My name is Kyle Collins. I am going to NLC in Denton Campus right now in the summertime. So I'm going to start making these kind of daily videos of what we go over at school for the day, and probably just try to put them to, like YouTube or something like that. When I was looking to go into the school, there were some YouTube videos like that, like what people were doing, stuff like that, like how to do like the change outs, things like that was going on, and climbing. But nothing kind of like daily stuff or that I really saw. So I kind of just want to make one of these every day and just kind of go from there and see what happens. And like I said, I don't care if no one watches them, great. If someone does, great. Don't really care. But the information will be there if you want to listen to it. So today was actually day two of school for me. Um, like I said, I'll try to make one of these every day, at least once a week for sure, depending on how busy things are going to start to get. Um, but like I said, so I'm Kyle Collins. I'm going to the school in Denton, the Denton campus. Today was day two. I'm on Team Tesla, and so far it's going great. Day one was orientation, which in our campus we went to this local hotel and they had a giant little room thing or whatever, a conference room, and we did our orientation video. And we got to listen to people and all the trainers, everyone or instructors, everyone talk. So that was realistically that was what happened the first half of day one. Second half of day one, we went to the campus for a kind of formal tour with some of the instructors and things like that. I had already originally done a tour at the Denton campus, so it was kind of briefly going over the same thing. There was a couple of new things I learned that I did before, but I did get to meet my crewmates during the. Right now, we have 156 people in our class in our term this year, so there's quite a bit right now. Um, so, like I said, during the orientation, it was 10-minute pee break, bathroom, whatever you gotta do, come back another 3 hours, 10-minute pee break, you know, come back. And so I really didn't get the chance to meet anybody. We met a couple people, or I met a couple people, and got to introduce myself. But realistically, when I got to they they broke our things down to three tours, like teams 1 through 8 or crews 1 through 8 for Tesla and Edison during a tour this time, and then the next one, and then so on. And so we got to I met my crew, really nice guys. So, but it was really good. A lot of them, like I said, someone, I think one of the instructors had an idea, just like everyone go ahead and, sorry, add each other, in like a group message. And, so we all added each other, got names, met each other, introduced ourselves. And, like if we have any study questions or any kind of things about like questions that anyone can answer, like we could just throw them in the chat. And if one of us can answer them for the other guy, we can help out like that. So we had a really good thing like getting that started already. We got our binders. Let me see if I can find that thing here. I've already taken a few of the things out, but here's a couple of the booklets. Like I said, they're pretty thick, and I got a mess here. But the rest of it is in this big old gigantic thing. There's quite a few courses and stuff in there, but there's also an orientation packet over there, which explains the first days. And so, but we got that, kind of met each other, got to talk, and really that was kind of it. P-test, did a P-test for the CDL right at the bat. I am enrolling in all three classes. You can take for the Denton campus, I believe it's the same for all. You can take applied mathematics, which is just a mathematics refresher, which we were told in the orientation that a lot of union work, they require like, sometimes they require you to like fill out it's like an Ohm's law and type of those kind of formulas and stuff. And so applied mathematics is really going to go into those and kind of teach you in like a refresher course. I graduated high school a long time ago, and so I'm 28 now. So like going to the school has been, I said I haven't done school in a long time, so it's going to be a kind of a learning curve for me to start off for sure. But yeah, so we got the booklets, got all that kind of stuff, like the orientation manual. Went over the crews in there, like who your crew is going to be, everything like that. Your first week schedule, there's also your whole term schedule in there as well. Kind of like when things are going to start. How it's going to be going, like I said, next week we'll start the actual like climbing, things like that. Tomorrow, or sorry, I'm going all over the place. Um, So, but that was all of day one. Did the P test, everything like that, the orientations, met the crew, the binder. We sat down with the NCCO crane operating class. Like I said, I'm taking that as well. I'm taking the applied mathematics and the CDL course. Like I said the CDL course is relatively cheap. I think it was like $2,500 add-on or something like that, which is pretty good when most of the classes I'm looking at, like here in the Texas area that I'm at, um, Dallas area, Frisco, most of those classes were like 4,500 to 5,000 to learn. And so it's, you go to school, which it's going to be certain weekends for the CDL things, but you kind of get to pick whenever you want those weekends to be. And like I said, I signed up for the crane course as well. The crane course is going to be, it'll have, it's 2 weekends, but there's two things you can pick from it. So I've picked, there's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then that next week it's the same Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so, and applied mathematics right now is every Tuesday. Not this Tuesday, but starting next Tuesday, it'll be every Tuesday night, unless there's a holiday that it's like on a Wednesday. But yeah, I was kind of just going over the brief, overlay of all that kind of stuff and how things are going to work out in that situations. But we'll say it's good. It's good. And so day 2 was tool day. We got fitted for tools. Um, I don't have any of my tools ready. I should have probably done that before I started doing this kind of stuff. But so I have boots though. We got gaffs today. All that kind of stuff's taken care of. Boots, gaffs, hard hat. Um, your belt, uh, buck squeeze, all that kind of stuff. I don't know a whole lot of the terms right now. Like I said, there's a lot, and I'm fresh into this kind of looking to do this trade. But we got all the tools, everything like that today. Went through setting them up, how to operate them. I will say with the operating class, it is very it's just fast, 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 fast. I mean, he's got, there was like 50 students me of ours that's in there. There's like 50 of us, and then they got another 50, and like there's almost, we have 150 people here in this class. There's like 3 tour times, and so like it's going pretty quick. Like everything's fast, 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 going. And so, but it was good. Like I said, got all tools, everything like that. After that, um, just came home. We were done for the day. I was one of the first crews to be able to get my tools. It was on a set schedule. So our group was like first thing up at 8 a.m. And so, you know, knocked mine out of the way pretty quick and got it done, and then was able to come home. I think I was home probably around 12 o'clock today. I do live in, like I said, the Frisco area. So pretty much it's the town I live in is Prosper, but a lot of people don't know Prosper. It's Frisco, actually, kind of same thing. But for me to get to school, it's about a 45-minute drive in the mornings, and it's depending on traffic, it can be anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half on the way home. Today was about an hour on the way home. So yesterday was an hour and a half. So the rides home are going to be extensive and long, but like I leave early in the morning. I believe roll call is going to be at 7:45. I mean, I leave my house at 5:30. So I'm usually sit there and I studied all day today when I was just sitting there waiting. But I would definitely say get there early for sure. But that's kind of how tool day went today. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try to start doing things like every day after I get back, and kind of what I did for the day. Um, I do not have a GoPro, so I won't be able to do like actually any of like the climbing stuff and kind of filming. There are a couple guys on YouTube right now that I looked at when before I was coming to school here, and I believe they were like maybe the Florida campus is where they went to though, or Florida, California one. But there's some good videos of like their climbing and operations that they're doing. You kind of get a gist of it. Um, there are also things I will say it's called competencies. Like you have to, sorry, look at these papers. You have to do these competencies is what they're known. Like there's these boards with all the materials. There's like a tool ID board. Distribution items, everything like that. And like one of your things is like you have to pass all your uh, competencies if you before you can graduate. And so except the tool board, we saw it walking by. We were waiting until our drug test on day 1. Me and my crew, we had took pictures of it, and I got home. I emailed those to myself, and I've actually already started printing them off. So it's, they'll have an ID board here, which you can see, what each item is on the board. Um, and then kind of, having to figure out which things are which. I did not print in color, rookie mistake. Some of these items are color coded, like there's a yellow, blue, green, so I'm gonna have to reprint all this off in color because I screwed up. But yeah, so those are. I would definitely suggest learning those. That was one of the big things they did talk about, trying to learn those as fast as you can, just because don't think you have all the time in the world because 15 weeks is gonna fly by. Like I say today's already Tuesday. You go to school Monday through Thursday typically. If something happens, you will be going to school on the weekend. Is what we were told. We were told, going into this was a pretty much this is a 15-week job interview is what it is what I was told in the thing or in orientation. But yeah, so I've already got those printed off. I'm gonna start studying those and try to get those knocked out and done. Typically, when it comes to schoolwork and stuff, how I've always been in the past, I'm very very focused, very fast with it, and just try to knock it everything out as quick as I can. I've already studied a few chapters in my books. We start with electrical grid 1 and rigging 1. So I'm already on rigging chapter 2 and electrical grid 2 because it's the schedule is next week Monday grid or e grid 1 and rigging 1. Tuesday e grid 1. It's like a chapter in each one pretty much, and you're like going over it. It's like each day's a chapter, and then every Thursday you take a test on those chapters that you learned. So it's going to be going fast. The Our instructor told us pretty much like it's going to be a knowledge, analogy for it. He says like a water hose. He said, like a fire hydrant. He said, we are just going to be spraying as much knowledge as we can at you. And he said, try your best to retain it. And there's a lot. They do have a lot of stuff, though, that helps out. I know they were talking about every Wednesday they do like study meetings over Zoom and stuff that you can get on and kind of learn. But that's it for this one. And like I said, I'll try to be back tomorrow and do some more of these. But if anyone has any questions, shoot me a comment or whatever. Like I said, I'm not even on YouTube. I'm gonna try to figure this whole shit out today too. But if anyone has any questions, input them. I will answer everything to the knowledge I have. And thank you. Bye.